Hello everybody, Ark Nova here, getting back to more Let's Play Trails in the Sky second chapter. When last we left off, we started climbing up the Axis Pillar and we took down Blue Blonde, Walter, and Luciola. So now we're gonna keep climbing on upwards. Friggin' the next person up there is most likely Ren, the Angel of Slaughter. And the person above her, probably Weissman. So while we're here, while I'm thinking of it, Ren is the Angel of Slaughter, so she's all about just insta-kill. I don't like her being about insta-kill. Let's put some skull pendants on to prevent that, shall we? And she's prevented from prevents all abnormal statuses. But is Deathglow an abnormal status? I don't know. I don't want to take the risk though. I'm still just getting fucking popped. Monsters appear. Ah, damn it.
Done yet.
Freaking Gaius. Decent increase in enough stats for me to want to use it. Alright. Running through the tower. To the next floor. Tower's pretty damn big. And these enforcers are pretty damn strong. Armored Barbarossa. I lose 60 defense, but I gain extra attack. It's worth it for me. Oh, that's a new enemy. Let's screw him up. Oh.
Piece of cake.
Alright. Let's heal up here. And we're gonna get Olivier's EP back, so be right back. Alright, we got max CP, just about all of our EP. Let's go beat on Ren. So you did make it. Ren! I thought it would be you next. I bet it must have been really hard to beat those three. But I always believed. I knew the two of you would get this far. Ren, do you still intend to fight us? I wonder. I did say I would, but then I couldn't kill you at the castle. And really, I think it'll all depend on you, Estelle. It'll, what now? It's easy, silly. Just take back what you said about me before. Huh? At the top of the tower, you said me being in the society was wrong. Take that back and I'll fly away, just like that. How about it? Easy choice, right? Ren, that deal won't solve anything. Even if she says she takes the words back, if she doesn't mean it, there isn't any point. Joshua, it's okay. I think I've got this. Can you leave it to me? Estelle? Of course. It's yours. Thanks. Gonna say it, right? Come on, say it. Say, Ren, you being in the society is A-okay. Ren, you need to stop bullying people into giving you what you want. Huh? The world doesn't revolve just around you, and it won't always change just because you demand it. Even if you possess incredible power, Ren, even if your big Pater Mater will save you every time you misjudge, even with all that, you can't just change a person's heart on demand. I'll admit, maybe I'm just being a selfish doofus for not wanting you in society. I'm not sure myself. That's why I won't try to force it out. But I want you to realize something. That, like Joshua, you can do whatever you want with your life. You aren't trapped. You have us. Always. That's right. I see. I give you all the chances in the world and you slap them all away. You're a stupid idiot, Estelle. Sorry, everyone. Maybe we could have avoided this fight, but I couldn't. There's no need to apologize. You told her what I wanted to say anyway. Heh, fear not. Sometimes little kittens who misbehave must be dealt with directly. Hey, time to get serious. Guys. And there's Mater Potato. All of you then. All my enemies. I hate this. I hate you. I'll rip you, cut you, tear you, make you scream. Pater Mater. Full output. Slaughter them all. Hold nothing back. Kill them, kill them, kill them! Sorry, Miss Ren. Holy shit. Oh, he's got a lot of juice. Oh, he hits like a freaking truck. Like a freight truck.
We're good to go.
He hits so damn hard. Oh my god, the power. He's just clobbering us. Real hard. But we've kind of got this slightly under control so far. Just spam death scream and it works. Oh, there goes Shara. There doesn't go Shara. Interesting. Alright. Oh. Again, works for me. Again, looks like he he wasn't kidding when she said full output. Nope, just spam magic on him. He has way too high a defensive stat. Oh, damn it. Oh, Potter Mouter, not Beta Raider.
You ready? I call this Requiem for a
So everybody over there is probably going to take a huge chunk of damage. At least Ren can't one-shot us, which makes this fight super manageable. Since Ren can't one-shot us, it's literally just heal up the big damage he outputs.
This ought to perk you up.
Alright, true comment on Potter Mouter. And just a bunch more Shadow Spears and shit. And he does have crazy high output for damage. Alright. So I'll throw Tyrol on Joshua since he's right next to
Potter Potter.
Yeah, thanks Potter Mouter, blah 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 blah. More Death Scream sounds good. Alright, now let's just take her down. For the third time. Not nearly as bad as Luciola. What? How? How? How could Potter Mouter lose to someone like Estelle? So the Gordius design isn't as complete as I thought. The burden on the leg section was too much. It's immobilized at this point. Can't be. Can't be. Potter Mouter! Stand up, please! There are enemies to kill. Kill them! Stand up! Do it! Please! Potter Mouter. Oh, Ren. What do you want? You won, Estelle. You got what you wanted. Doesn't matter anymore. Go unlock the gate and go. I do need to do that, but that can wait a bit. Because right now, you're more important. Oh, shut up! You don't know anything about me! Why? Why won't you go away? It should be obvious. Because I really care about you, Ren. Huh? That's why. Okay, step one is something I think needs doing. I'm sorry, this will be light. Huh? Ow! You hit me! I'm sorry, but you've had that coming. I kind of get the impression you've needed to feel other people's pain for a while now. That's part of growing up, you know, understanding the pain other people feel. You're just like them. You know you'll hurt me, but you still do it. You're the same as those people, the ones who hurt little Ren so much. Hate. I hate! Is that what you really think? Do you really think there's no difference between me and them? I don't know. How about if I do this? What? I won't lecture anymore. Ren, you answer how your heart tells you. If it's hate, then alright. But listen to yourself, please. I'm confused. My head is fuzzy, but I don't dislike being hugged, maybe? Well then. Home, huh? Potter Modder! Deactivate your leg actuators. Engage booster mode. Ren! My head is all fuzzy. I need to think. Alone for a bit. Estelle, you can go up to the roof. Louvet's waiting for you there. Louvet? Knew it. I see. Thank you for telling us. Joshua, be careful, okay? Louvet is really serious about stopping you this time. Yes, I know. But don't worry, I'm always prepared, remember? Just like he taught us. Okay. Well, I'm going then. Ren, wait! Bye-bye, Estelle. I need to go for a bit, but if you die, I'll never forgive you. Did that turn out okay? I think she'll be alright. You kinda piled a lot on her plate, Estelle. She hasn't felt things like that in a long time. A very long time. She needs time to think it through. She'll find an answer someday. We'll meet her again. Yeah, I hope so. Ren. Alrighty, time to get my game face back on. Let's open that lock and get going. Yes, we should. Oh, right. She said Louvet's waiting for us just ahead, didn't she? She did. Enforcer number 2, Leonhard the Blade Lord. One of the deadliest fighters the society has. Maybe the deadliest. We need to be absolutely, completely certain we're prepared before we proceed. Right. Yeah, he'll beat our ass. I have a feeling he'll be using Silverthorn, so... Oh, she has the Girl Locket. What am I doing? She doesn't need that. She needs the Tiger Heart again. Alright, so we're gonna grind out some more CP. See you then. Alright, got CP back, and then I'm just gonna run straight to the next zone with all the EP, while Olivier gets his EP back. And I'm also decked out in confusion resistance gear, just in case he wants to blast me with Silverthorn. Useless crap. Monster chest. And
Feeling lucky?
Yeah!
And he summoned another one? What a loser.
Piece of cake.
Some good stuff. And the Aura Fencer. Alright. Where were we? Armored Siegwind. Good, bad, or... Oh. That's just straight up better. I guess I'll give Shara the Gaia suit then. Oh, he's almost dead. How did I not notice that? Because I'm a fool. Alright, rushing forward. Oh. Nice. How nice of him to give me such a thing. Alright. Just because I don't like using retry offset, especially since I'm playing on normal mode. Alright, here's what could be the final elevator. So you've come. Louve. You were faster than I expected. I thought you would keep me waiting a little longer. It just means we've grown a bit. Granted, all your buddies did do their best to hold us up. Well said. Do not think the Blade Lord is comparable to those you have beaten, however. Few can match me in a direct confrontation, even among S-rank bracers and the Anguis. Confident, aren't we? Trust me, we're painfully aware of how strong you are. But we came here for a reason. We're here to put a stop to all the strangeness the Aureola is causing, and to shield our homes from the threat of chaos and war. We've come this far with the help of countless people, and now we're carrying all their hopes. So we have no intention of standing down or losing to you. A solid enough conviction. But you're here for a different reason, aren't you, Joshua? What? As always, you see right through me. I'm here because I want to face my weakness. It's what destroyed me while fleeing the pain of Karen's death. The reason I continue to follow Weissman's orders without question. All of that was born of my weakness. That's why I'm ready to face you and Weissman head on, Louve. I feel I owe it to the person who made me face those weaknesses. And I need to fight for what's important to me, no matter what. Joshua. Time for you to leave the nest then. My promise to Karen is fulfilled. Now, at last, I don't need to hold anything back. This will be everything I have. But hold on a second, I still don't get why it has to be this way. If you're worried about Joshua, then why? It's okay, Estelle. Conviction alone won't be enough to make Louve back down. It's time I show him that I have the power to make my conviction a reality. Precisely. Oh boy. I have made my choice. If you feel the strength of your conviction is stronger than my own, then let it speak for itself! We will! If that's the only way, then bring it on, Luve! It's time to pay you back for our fight at the castle. To answer Joshua's love, I challenge you with all that I am.
How's this?
The body split technique, you say? Oh boy. Dead Emperor. Holy hell! I'm just not meant to win this fight because he's bodying the hell out of me. In fact, actually, I don't think I am. I think this is where Joshua's special ability is going to come in handy.
Take that!
Yeah, I just get freaking overwhelmed by all of his
How
power.
could I fail?
Oh! Oh. Okay.
Your soul.
Wait, what do you mean continue versus retry?
How could I fail?
Here's still so much damn damage, man.
We're good
Like,
to
holy
go.
hell.
I'm sorry.
Oh my freaking god. I am not ready for this.
Take that! Not now.
This is just shenanigans out the ass.
How's this? How could I fail? How's this?
Friggin' I may need you to try offset. This is hard as hell. Alright, just body me, Luve. You're doing a great job of it.
I'm sorry. Come on.
Yep, preemptive heals.
Feel this. How could I fail?
Who needs it the most? Joshua needs it the most.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nice. Luve's such a tool, man. Finish him off with it. Hopefully. We can. Nice, nice, nice.
How's this?
Friggin' body split technique is ludicrously powerful. Holy hell.
We're good to go.
You're a damn bastard, Lube. Fine. This. Oh yes, he's gonna zero storm the shit out of her, huh? Yeah, casters are garbage here.
We're good to go.
Yeah, casters are pretty damn worthless here.
This ought to hurt you up. We're good to go.
What the hell am I supposed to do? Spam Tyrrell bombs and true dual
Take
strike,
that.
I guess.
We're good to go.
Just to kill this thing.
Yeah!
I ran down.
Take that!
Worthless damage. Yeah, I thought as much.
Take that!
That Emperor's sword is ridiculously powerful. Holy shit.
We're good to go.
Still worth throwing work at you guys?
Yeah!
Does not look like it.
Take that!
Tyrrell ball. Tyrrell ball. Shara. Yeah, Olivier is virtually useless here.
Take that!
Only virtually, though. Damn, even with the time offset, this is proving to be really freaking hard. It's because there's so many of his damn ass.
Lucky.
Yeah!
The friggin' body swap technique is kind of the worst damn thing ever, though. Let me tell you.
My love, I give to you. Not bad.
Please don't tell me you can. Please tell me you can't split anymore. That would be spectacular. Freaking news.
Take that.
Balls and a half. I knew exactly what was gonna happen, and I just didn't do anything about it.
We're good to go.
Better with me if you charge
We're
3.
good to go.
Yeah, this is kind of a pain in the ass. I can't stay alive long enough to get freaking heals out. It's pissing me off.
It can't be.
Eat a dick, Luve.
We're good to go.
Let's get Olivier the freaking hell out of there. Let's also get Shara the hell out of there. Okay, guard that, so that Estelle can go and attack him. It's hard to stay on top of the heels when he's just blasting the friggin' all of his freaking S-crafts hurt like a goddamn bitch.
My love, I give to you.
He just has so much freaking HP too.
My love, I give to you.
This is an intense ass fight. I don't. It's freaking body in me.
This ought to perk you up.
Take that!
I don't trust him. Even try that.
Alright, we roll.
Holy shit, that was hard as hell. Holy freaking hell. We did it! Phew, finally managed some payback at any rate. A victory worthy of song in history. You've done well, but not well enough to match my power. How? How in the... Ultimately, braces exist simply to protect people. Only those who have attained enlightenment can hope to match one such as myself. The trial is over. Now comes the execution. In that case, Louvet, I'd like to challenge you, one-on-one. Oh? Joshua? Are you kidding me? It's alright, Estelle. Louvet may be strong, but that last fight had an effect on him. Trust me, I can do this. Okay, I trust you. It's true that I've lost a bit of my edge. I'm a little slower in particular. You could even walk away from this fight as the victor, but I wouldn't bet on those odds if I were you. Maybe not, but still. This soul of mine, which was saved by a sister, bound by a professor, freed by a father, and is now one with Estelle's. All I've learned is a bracer, and the power given to me by Ouroboros. With all of it together, I challenge you, Blade Lord! Very well. Come then, Black Fang. Well, you have it. Let's see if you can keep it up. I can! Ugh! What are you doing, Joshua? You're faster than this. Why not use your speed to try and best me? I have something I want to ask you, Louvet. Why? Why do you continue to side with Weissman, even after all this? You said before that it wasn't about revenge for Karen, that you wanted to bring the world to trial. What does that even mean? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. I simply wish to see if humanity can answer its failings. Answer its failings? I still don't follow. Humanity is the plaything of forces greater than individual men. The passage of time, the changing ideals of nations, gradual shifts in values and ethics, they are helpless before these. And when such storms flow over man, they are knocked into the cracks and are lost, unable to free themselves. Hamel is but one example. Ironically, this great city is exactly the same. It began as a paradise for people living in full, fulfilled, satisfied lives in the clouds. However, at the same time as the Great Collapse was part of it, people abandoned this paradise and fell to the earth. This city was sealed away and people forgot it even existed. Almost as if they sought to forget an inconvenient truth. As if they sought to deceive themselves. The truth is ever easily suppressed and people will happily accept anything they wish to be true in its place. That is mankind's weakness. That is their sin. But the Oriole's overwhelming power will force people to face the unabated truth. How helpless they are without the backing of nations. How vulnerable they become once you strip them of all their luxuries. All they've locked away in their delusions will be dragged before their eyes, raw and exposed, and they will witness Locked away in their delusions, huh? So forcing people to confront that is your goal? It is. As long as we continue to delude ourselves to believe our world is always just and good, mankind will repeat its mistakes forever. More tragedies like Hama will happen. A second time, a third, who knows how many? So many more like Karen will bleed their lives out on the arms of those they care for. You want to know why I obey Ouroboros? That's why. And I have no regrets for what I've become in the pursuit of my goal. I see. I think you're the delusional one, Liu Bei. What? I'm a weak person myself, so what you've said hits home. There's some truth in it. But we all have the potential to overcome hard times or face our weaknesses. People aren't helpless. Not completely. Remember when Karen saved me 10 years ago? She was strong then, and that made all the difference. There's no way you never realized that. Now how important Karen was to you, with how important you were to her. You're deluding yourself, Liu Bei, and you know it. No. Karen was special. She was the only one who could have ever made a difference. None of her actions speak for humanity. They must still be tested. They must face their delusions, and I must see if they are worthy of Karen's sacrifice. In that case, I should be all the proof you need. I, the weakling and liar who lived on through my sister's sacrifice. I, who found my way once I met Estelle. I, who could only have come here to meet you again with her help. People are never powerless as long as they are together. He won. I'm proud of you, Joshua. Thank you. You put all you had into a single opening you forced out of me. Haha, you little fool. Ha! Not good enough? Ha! The Blade Lord's dropped his sword. It doesn't get much more final than that. All I can do is admit defeat. Defeat? You did it! That was absolutely amazing, Joshua. You actually beat Liu Bei. You even knocked away his sword. You didn't hurt him. I wouldn't have had the slightest hope of victory if I was fighting to kill. There's always a better way. That's what it means to be a bracer, right? That's what Dad taught us. Yeah. Of course. You had the techniques Weissman placed in you, all filtered through the wisdom of the Divine Blade. Ha, what hope did I even have? Liu Bei. I joined Ouroboros because I wanted to test humanity. With you having answered that, I suppose I've run out of reasons to continue working with them. I think it's time I found a new line of employment. Ah. You're back. Thank Adios, you're back. Liu Bei's back. It's over. It's over. Hey. I always thought about you even after the Brights took me in. I remembered your voice, your face, that you were important to me, but not who you were. Then I finally remembered, only to learn that you were my enemy. I just didn't know what to think. I see. Melts your heart into a puddle, doesn't it? It sounds like they were like family back then. It's so good to see them together again. Yeah. How could my amber-eyed bow dare to be smothered in the affections of another man? Why, the very thought alone consumes my heart with the green flames of jealousy. If nothing else, you're so totally ruining the moment. Wow, that's the first time he got super happy. Oh, sorry everyone. I guess I kind of lost it there. I know nothing's settled yet, but still. You big dummy. You don't even need to apologize, okay? You finally made up, right? Go on, spend some time with Liu Bei. Yeah. Estelle Bright, I owe you a debt I don't think I can ever repay. Huh? With both Ren and Joshua here, you've done all sorts of things I never could have made it look so trivial. And you've guided so many other people to this point. You truly are one of a kind, Estelle. You know, if you're making fun of me, we can totally throw it on again, just saying. Sherazard Harvey. It was a privilege to face against you. The bite of your whip is worthy of the name Silver Streak. Let me apologize for making light of you at the castle previously. Well, didn't anticipate having this conversation when I woke up this morning. Though, if I may, did you know Luciola well at all? Ah yes, we were on fairly good terms. Corrupt as the enforcers are, she was a rare element. A woman who never lost sight of who she had been. I will pray for her safety if it would not offend you. Oh, yes, thank you. And Prince Olivert? Is it not a bit careless to leave behind your Vander escort? Your life does not belong to just you, after all. 'Tis all a matter of priorities, kinsman. After all, the Arsail is both the ace up our sleeve and our lifeline. Repairing and defending it protects my own person as well. Very uncommon wisdom and courage for nobility. Royalty seems like such a waste of your talents. In this, we're agreed. Oh yeah, Liu Bei, why are you up here? The circle on the ground isn't the Aureole, is it? No, that's just some broadcast equipment. It sends a miraculous power from the core sector across the city. The what now? The core sector is where the Oriole is, I'm guessing? Yes. The proper function of the access pillar is essentially as an antenna broadcasting the Oriole's power to the rest of the city. Its range seems to be roughly 1,000 cells. Using the Gospels, the Oriole can affect things not just in what we call Liberl now, but across a good deal of the continent. The more I hear, the crazier it gets. So in order to stop the shutdown phenomenon, we have to get down the core sector and do something about the Oriole. It would be the only way, but doing something with the Oriole may prove difficult. It's an artifact of some sort, but it's sentient in some way. It mercilessly removes foreign or threatening elements. That Celeste managed to seal it away in the first place is impressive in and of itself. And on top of the Oriole, you'll have to deal with Weissman. Oh crud. It's a fight we can't put off any longer. But with your help, Louve, not even Weissman can stop us. You brat. Just assuming I'll help you out of the blue like that. Now why would I possibly want to help you out? My, this is a touching reunion. May I just say, however, that I do so slightly ever fear the implications for my own well-being? Damn! Louve! Good evening, everyone. I would say you've done a splendid job overcoming my little trials and reaching the pinnacle. But all these little rule violations? So unsporting. Rule violations? What are you talking about? We fought every one of your dumb enforcers fair and square. And Joshua beat Louve one-on-one. Heck, we've been fairer about this than we should have been. I see that you've yet to grasp the full extent of the plan. All servants of Ouroboros receive power from the Grand Master in some way or form. If you have a few members of Ouroboros assisting you, that hardly seems fair or informative. That hardly seems a fair or informative experiment, now does it? We're an experiment? I've been a fool. Us coming here was part of your plan all along, wasn't it? I'll admit, adding many of my own personal touches to the plan. But yes, about half of it did consist of you making your way here. Of course, the Gospel plan concerns more than the Oriole alone. Correct, all is according to the Grand Master design, but as I said, you were never meant to have Ouroboros members as part of the experiment. Which means Joshua here is ruining precision of my results. Forgive me, my boy, but I think it's time you become my puppet once more. What do you... Gah! Joshua! No! No! It can't be. This was your plan? Joshua, this is a joke, right? Come on. Come on back. Come on! Stop it! Stop looking at me like that! Please, that's enough. There's little point. When all this began, I used my power to rebuild Joshua's shattered mind. The stigma I sank into the depths of his mind has slept dormant ever since. When it was invoked, however, the effect is tremendous. Joshua really is little more than a puppet to me now. No. Incidentally, that little thing on Joshua's shoulder, that isn't just a tattoo. It's the image of the stigma I burned into his mind, made manifest on his flesh. I imagine it came as quite the fright when it reappeared after I returned his memory. You lied. On top of all the suffering you put Joshua through, you said you'd freed him. But even that was a lie. Now, I wasn't lying when I told you he was free. If Joshua just left alone and not come this far with you, I wouldn't have had to do this. Why, one could say this is really all your fault, Miss Bright. What a monster you are. Don't screw with me, Weissman! You don't get to tell me anything about what paths I've chosen. You take control of Joshua, all it's done is made me even more angry. I'm going to beat you clear to Erebony and back and save Joshua. Now that's what I was hoping to see. But I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment. I don't quite have the time to stay here right now. Why don't you come down to the core sector? Do come visit so we can finish the experiment. I'll be waiting. Joshua! Well, things have certainly become dire. We don't even know where the core sector is. Use the elevator in the back. Louve, thank goodness you're okay. But what elevator? I don't see... that elevator. Wait, you mean that big plate in the back? It goes right down to the core sector, straight to the Oriole. Hurry. No time. Alright. That's the thing that brought us down earlier. Blast! Reverie Dragion. Damn you, Weissman. So you did have more than just the one I used. I doubt they'll let us do it without a fight. We gotta get past them somehow. Then let us handle this. Ah. The squad. Ah, Mueller and Captain Schwartz. What are you doing here? The repairs to the Arsail are essentially done. We got everyone who could fight together and came to assist you. Admittedly, I'm just tagging along, looking at everything and all. Hey, don't forget about us. The Bobcat's about ready to fly too. We figured we'd pop in over to see how you were getting on. That's great. And I say we managed just in time. Our heroism was just right once again. Please, no applause. We'll talk later. Leave this to us. Estelle, you hurry after Joshua. Guys, thanks. Estelle, go. Your light is the only thing that can save Joshua now. Right. Everyone, attack! Split into 2 groups. Rip them apart. Yeah! I never would have imagined this was an elevator shaft. How far down do you think it goes? At the very least, it must cover the entirety of the height of the pillar. I fear it goes down to the center of this floating island. Yeah. Estelle, don't worry, alright? Our little wayward assassin promised he'd stay with you forever, didn't he? Since when have you known him to break his word, Shara, thanks. Yeah, he'll never break the promise if he can help it. Besides, like heck, I'm just gonna abandon him and let that creep Waxner do what he wants with my Joshua. It's time to take back my man, with girl power! Alright, that's my Estelle. And never fear, should things possibly go wrong, I shall intervene. The overwhelming power of my love shall return Joshua to us. Yeah, I bet. Thanks, Olivier. Huh? What's that? Oh no. There's more of these dragon things? We really do need to be ready for anything. Heh, a fitting opening for a final act. Alright, how strong is this bastard? Not terribly. Oh! Well, balls, that's garbage. Wait, what did I do? I thought I attacked. I didn't attack? Why didn't I attack?
Yeah!
Double knuckle, huh? Movement, agility, huh? Oh, that's a turn like a bitch. Yeah, just a little bit. She's gonna be the freaking one up there. Yeah, I gotta use buffs more often. This to take away his critical. Oh, I'm all out of Celestial Balm, huh?
I call this. How can I fail?
Is he trying to... Oh, he's gonna do a big cast. I do have some... This. Olivier, where did you die at?
We're good to go. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Alright, we're back. Alright, that was
Enjoy the
mildly
show.
unpleasant. That was actually really unpleasant. Core sector, Themelios. I guess it's the end of the line. This is the core sector, huh? Yes. Do you feel how the air pulses with barely contained power? There could be no mistake. Joshua and the Oriole must be just ahead. They have to be, I think. Guys, this will probably be our last fight. This is where we're going to stop Ouroboros and the shutdown phenomenon. And it's going to be where we free Joshua from Weissman once and for all. Guys, please give me everything you still have. Always. Always, my Rose. Come, the curtain rises on the final scene. Better than a reviving balm, I suppose. Oh boy. Yeah, him having... Yeah. Yeah. Auto CP up. I'll actually give it to him. Just so he can throw out the happy bullets a little more frequently. Just for a fast bit of healing. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the home of all that is sacred. Joshua! You passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. Be proud. You are worthy to be present for the resurrection of the Shining Ring, the Oriole. Yeah, not interested in that at all, thanks. I'm here to put a stop to all this stupid weirdness. And I'm here to get Joshua back. Yes, sadly I'm afraid that won't be happening. What do you mean? Joshua, hey! No matter how hard you try to deny it, the truth remains. Joshua's mind is little more than a construct. The stigma on his shoulder is proof. Proof that he is of Ouroboros. That he is my possession. How dare you! Perhaps if Joshua somehow erased the stigma of his own will, he could have found release. But alas, he never managed to get that far. It would be best if I kept him as a research subject for a bit longer. You monster! You are so revolting it almost moves a man to poetry. Goodness me, such insults, and how impotent they are. You see, I suspect Joshua realized very quickly what the stigma on his shoulder meant. Surely, he knew something like this exact situation would occur. Ah, yet he never breathed a word of his troubles to any of you, did he? Not even a whisper. And conversely, none of you were sensitive enough to notice his pain. What power these bonds of yours have. What complete earth-shaking potential. How dare you? But, come now, there's no need for the long faces. You've been granted privilege of being here for this glorious moment. All that remains now is to make the correct choice. Privilege? Choice? What are you going on about? Perhaps I should start from the very beginning. How much do you know, I wonder? About the city and the events that occurred here with the Oriole nearly 1,200 years before our time? So that truly is the Oriole. It most certainly is. One of the ultimate artifacts, capable of producing literally endless power and shaping miracles with it. But the ancients sealed it away despite its limitless science-shattering potential. Why do you think they would do such a thing? You were too busy struggling with what was before you to bother learning anything, I suppose. Well then, allow me to play the role of the professor once more and elucidate the truth of the matter. Millennia ago, Aidios and the sky granted humanity the 7 treasures. For brevity's sake, we'll say each one utilized a facet of reality in order to manifest miracles in their own way. Humanity split into 7 factions, each centered around a treasure to pursue the ideal based on the powers given of the treasure. One such ideal was this Liber Ark, a city in the sky with the Oriole as its center. A paradise removed from the troubles of the ground where each man's gospel could grant any wish through the Oriole. Mankind lived a bountiful life here, absolutely free of strife. Over time, however, people's lives are swallowed up in the artificial bliss granted them by the Oriole. Not just physical ecstasy, but even dreams were provided by the Oriole, false realities, granting people long-sought spiritual fulfillment. The people of Liber Ark, dependent on miracles that were all but a narcotic, began treading the path to annihilation. The Ark's inhabitants lost all sense of ambition and ethics and slid into madness and despair. Birth rates dropped catastrophically while suicide and bizarre crime ran rampant, and the whole of the society walked the path to a slow demise. But the Oriole passed no judgment on these people. It merely granted the miracles asked of it, and so the shining jewel in the sky became a den of evil and chaos. That was the situation Celeste Osles and her conspirators faced over 1,000 years ago. They built the seal and the device towers even as they fought off guardians of the Oriole, which it set forth to save itself. And at last, they sealed not just the Oriole, but the entire city in another dimension. That's what happened 1,200 years ago? It does ultimately fit with what we've seen. Hard to even believe that. I will grant that the Elder Osleses did quite well given the circumstances. But think for a moment. The cost of Celeste's victory was a humanity being cast forth into a land of chaos, forced to start again from nearly nothing. Think of all the suffering man endured then, and endures now, as man savages one another with endless, petty wars. Can it truly be said that she made the right decision? Well... On the other hand, we have gained or regained orbital technology and once again live bountiful, easy lives. At this rate, only 2 ends are possible. Either we continuously seek to dominate one another and, unable to control ourselves, obliterate each other in an orgy of conflict, or, like the people of old, we sink into a narcotic self-pleasure, let automated systems run the world and live as farm animals. Either physical or mental annihilation awaits. There is but one single path for humanity if it wishes to survive. The beasts of mankind must be led to the point where they obtain the 2 things required for true enlightened sentience. A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation, and unswayed even by the fiercest circumstances. And fearless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. This is the true goal of the gospel plan, to do what even the ancients could not. To advance our minds to what they should be. An ambitious goal, if nothing else. Mad words from a madman. I would appreciate it if you would not look at me as if I were some kind of megalomaniacal lunatic. A man cannot help but change and reform through fear when confronted with something beyond his imagining. In that sense, what better tool exists to drive evolution forward than the Aureole? I will guide mankind onto the correct path to salvation with this great treasure from Aidios. That is my duty as one of the Anguis, my duty to Ouroboros and its master. Boy, I bet you're a real hit at parties. Not. Oh, what's this? A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances? Peerless intelligence ever capable of finding the correct solution unmoved by crude emotion? What's the point of any of that? It seems someone was sleeping during the lecture. As I said, mankind faces annihilation through either conflict or mental entropy. The only way we can... No, I heard the lecture just fine. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is that isn't there something we can do about the problems you described if we know they exist? It's like Joshua said to Lube, we aren't completely powerless. They might not be guided by flawless, peerless, whatever, but everyone's working together to get through the crisis going on right now. I've gone all across the world and seen it with my own eyes. Don't you think we're capable of getting along just fine without some kind of forceful grand transformation? Really now, eking out survival by flocking together is how beasts and insects live. Is that really all you have to offer on the potential of humanity as it stands now? Is there anything else I need to offer? Is there a problem with being the same? I mean, we're living beings too, you know. And heck, aren't I just talking about the strength of life? What? I don't think people are just animals, of course. I think that living honestly with that spark of life from the others as your driving force, that's what it means to live. People don't need to be omnipotent super beings, whatever you want them to be. People just need to be aware of one another and help each other out. And you know what? I bet the people who sealed the Aureole away in the first place felt the same way. I mean, sure, making miracles mundane and relying on nothing but them is really bad by itself. But the biggest problem there, more than anything, is that it makes it so there's no point in knowing or helping each other. That's awful. Well said, Estelle. Right before the final act comes to a close, our hero delivers a marvelous rebuttal. Man cannot live without other men, even if he be as a god. You speak true words of wisdom, Estelle. Ha, still lacking to the mutual assistance, or still sticking to the mutual assistance argument, and invoking the power of human bonds, of all things. I would ask you to read a history book before saying such nonsense, Miss Bright. As an example, consider the overpowering nation-crushing machine called war. Is man not only capable of being ground beneath its treads? Absolutely not! In the middle of the biggest war in the world's history, my mother gave her life to save mine. And because of that, I chose the path of a bracer. And now, look at me. I'm here to stop the crisis you caused and prevent another war from breaking out. All thanks, in the end, to my mother. Hell, I'd say you just made my point for me. People are not powerless, not against anything. You're quite good at trite answers, if nothing else. If you really seriously believe people are powerless, and you've really convinced yourself humanity can only be saved by turning us into emotionless super beings, then that makes you really pathetic, I think. What? I mean, that'd mean they'd never know. You've never known the joy of trusting people, trusting someone or helping them. You think that your only smug satisfaction comes from watching people struggle? That's too sad. But even if I feel sorry for you, I am a bracer. I can't ignore the fact that you're getting a lot of people involved in your little pity party. Sorry, but I'm afraid we're going to have to stop you by force. You ignorant little girl. How dare you talk to me like that? Very well then, the professor would like you to prove your theory. What? So this is the evil eye, is it? What? Do be patient for a moment, everyone. I promise that this will be quite a show. What are you planning, Weissman? Joshua, forward. Joshua, no! Come, Miss Bright, do show me. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it? Show me proof you can stand against despair. Fine! Nope, can't do it. Joshua! Oh, quite an impressive move. Leaving him with the Divine Blade for a while seems to have paid off nicely. It always does feel good to see a product of one's craft honed to a finer edge. You awful... Now for the climax to our little show. Joshua sees her. No! Ah! No, Estelle! And thus, the strength of humanity proves to be nothing more than a house of cards before a hurricane. But I am an academic, after all. I do understand the necessity of proof. So we'll have Joshua provide the final test. What? What indeed? It will be a simple experiment. I'm going to have Joshua end your life. Once you are dead by his hand, I will break his hypnosis and return him to his senses. No, you can't! Oh, I do wonder what kind of expression Joshua will have on seeing you dead at his feet. Does it just get your blood pumping? Don't even think about it! If you do that, Joshua would... Yes, this time his heart may just be crushed to powder. If that happens, however, all I need to do is construct him into a new persona. And then I can offer him again the chance to become human yet again and observe the results. I can hardly wait. Stop! Stop! It's too cruel. Isn't it? Now come, Joshua. End her. Joshua, I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. I promised I'd walk with you. Joshua, snap out of it! Please, Joshua, awaken! But I believe in you. Joshua, don't give in. Don't run away from reality, even if I die. To be honest, if you did die, I'm not sure I can face reality. What? Oh? The timing for a dramatic twist could not have been more fitting. Joshua? Sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to scare you like that. What? What? This is absurd! He can't possibly reclaim his will with, Wait. The stigma! What happened to the stigma on your shoulder? Oh, yes, that. The stigma you carved into my flesh and mind is gone. Thanks to you, it has been shattered. But how? I had a hypnotic wedge of sorts jammed into the stigma, keyed to a particular command. I've been poking at the wedge on my own since then, getting it ready to shatter the stigma the instant someone put pressure on it. What? You... what now? A wedge. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to keep our promise the way things were going. So I asked Kevin for a little hypnotic assistance after it crashed. Kevin? This is Kevin Graham's doing, is it? I thought he was just a fledgling little squire, but it seems I underestimated his bag of cute tricks. A mistake I'll not repeat. At this point, I owe him my freedom and life. Of course, I owe someone else the same for pointing me in the right direction. What? Who else? No! Cassius Bright, damn you! Dad? Oh, the letter he gave you before we got on the Arsail. Yes, that was why he wanted to make sure I read the letter, just in case anyone was listening in. I suspect your best chance of breaking the curse lies in Father Kevin's hands. How to use that key is a decision that must be yours alone to make. Win your freedom by predicting what Weissman will do. That's my master, all right. Oh, for crying out! Dad could have dropped me a hint about this, at least. Honestly, I've been worried about it for a long time. I kept wondering what you would make me do if you took control of me again. And so, knowing you, I decided to bet everything on one idea. That you couldn't possibly resist ordering me to do the one thing I feared the most. And sure enough, you ordered it, and that broke the stigma. I'm finally completely free of you. Joshua, you foolish little child! If you had just obeyed me, you could have aspired to such heights. I could have advanced you in ways you cannot even dream of. Much like how Estelle turned you down once, I really have no interest in any of that. Besides, if I've learned anything in this whole journey, it's not that one's path in life isn't given by someone else. It's something you find with others as you search for it, no matter how dark your surroundings. Haha, absurd! The history of man is stained with the blood of fools who tried to find your path. Without a guiding light to shine on the road, they shall remain lost. You're wrong. We use the light we each give off to find our way together. That is how we found our way here, through all your cynical traps. That's right. You do like your speeches, don't you, you shambling recommend enforcer? Show me then. Show me this light you claim will guide you through the darkness. And I shall show you in turn the blinding light of a loyal servant of the Grandmaster, the power of the Faceless, one of the Anguis! Bring it on! The one being blinded here is you. Alright, homeboy is back. Let's get
How
some
does
spin.
that?
Oh. Let's get everybody back up here.
This ought to perk you up.
Since I have no move, I can only use True Comment. Oh, hey. Just keep that screaming. Genetic barrier, huh? Another dimension.
How does that?
Oh, hell. One of those.
I run no more. I call this. No.
Oh, she got silenced? That's lame.
Can't be.
I don't forget much like the Thunder of Justice.
Take that.
Oh, Joshua wasn't dead to begin with.
Take that.
Yeah!
Alright. Back up.
Not enough.
Yeah!
What a jerk. Softening bomb. What do I need? Perjury.
Take that.
And one on Joshua. That was Joshua. So he wants a dual strike. Oh, this is gonna be a super long episode. I bet he wanted to use arts.
Get it later.
Alright, form one done.
Done yet.
phase 1, rather. Oh my, what a shock. To think that you'd be so damn tenacious. Hey, Professor, about time you dropped the holier-than-thou act. Losing a bit of that insane confidence, are we? Pathetic. You haven't even realized that you're standing on your graves. What? Ah! Weissman, what are you doing? I'd intended to offer it to the Grand Master like this, but I must change my plans. It's time you realize just what it means to oppose me. Yep, this is gonna be a freaking super long episode because it's the finale. What in the... He wouldn't! He's fusing with the Oriole? He can do that? Oh my freaking god, that is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. How's that even? This is getting more absurd by the minute. That overwhelming power can barely stand. Oh, this sensation, even better than I'd imagined. Shall we experiment then? The power of the apotheosis. Unflinching reason, indomitable intellect, guiding humanity to the future. $69,000?
Take that!
He's just gonna kill us in one hit because of reasons. There, a lesson learned, I think. A lesson in real power. This is nuts. Our attacks aren't even hitting him at all. He's got some kind of barrier up. But if it's negating even our arts and our best techniques, learn, children. The Oriole is a treasure of space. One of its very, very many powers is the forming of an absolute barrier, incomparable to simple orbital arts. You cannot even touch me. Yeah, you twisted sadist. My goodness. Weissman, let them go! Those eyes, magnificent. You may be a Reckman enforcer, but oh, what a waste it would be to kill you. I would much prefer to etch another stigma into the depths of your mind. Just as before, I'll give you a renewed sense of hope, and then tear it out by the roots. And leave you writhing. Nothing pleases me more than to see the shift in your expression from hope to despair. I do so look forward to it. I can't believe this. Forget bad taste. The only word for you at this point is sick. Who? Oh? Louve! I suppose I should have finished you off. Though really, Louve, what are you planning on doing? Not even your dragon can break the Oriole's barrier. I suppose it can. I did have a question for you, though, Weissman. Just how involved were you in Hamel? Wait, what? Now, what a thing to accuse me of. That was purely the fault of the Empire Hawks, no? Why would you ever think I would be involved? Because you're a snake. You appear before people in their moments of weakness and whisper plans into their ears that lead them to their destruction. And in doing so, you achieve your goals without ever dirtying your belly. That's just your way of doing things. No, he... Would he? The ringleaders of the Hawks were nothing more than political losers who had nowhere else to go. There were a few questions I couldn't answer at first, but even if the war 10 years ago was part of your plan, then it occurred to me everything else made sense. I see. It is largely as you surmise. What? Of course, really, all I did was introduce them to a band of Jaeger dropouts I knew would put the name Hamel in their ears. Just doing that was enough to push things to war in the blink of an eye. Oh, shit. Real? Simply one more testament to the simple nature of men. Astounding. Do you truly seek to be the foulest man in history, monster? You unbelievable monster! Gehenna will be too kind for you. I think I'm gonna be sick. I see, essentially as I thought then. You've taken this rather well. Personally, I was hoping you'd be a bit more resentful. Ha, have you forgotten? I've long since learned to stay my anger. However, you knocked me out from behind back there. That is an insult to Blathorn cannot abide. That alone I shall be paying back in full. What? Yeah! Absurd. Absurd! The Oriole's barrier is absolute. It cannot be harmed by... Wait! That sword! Of course! The sword granted to me by the Grand Master. Just like your staff, it's a demon sword forged through the Divergent laws. Careless of me. Curse you! Get away! Get away, you insect! Ugh. Too late. Oh no! Louve! Forget about me. Your path is clear. Strike him down. Louve. You dare strike one such as I? No matter, the absolute barrier is but a trifle of the Oriole's power. I shall bring forth its full force and let you savor the despair. I don't think so, Weissman. Okay, you, as a bracer, as a citizen of Liberl, and more than anything as a human being, I'm taking you down! Weissman, this is the end. This is the end. So, this has been going on for an hour and a half, and I think I'll leave you with this. This has been Ark Nova, playing Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Till next time, everybody, stay cool.